All right, so in today's episode of Python Papi, we did start our TensorFlow course last night, and today we started the initialization and casting module. Now here we're just going to be creating some tensors so we can get familiar with the process and get familiar with the outputs. So this is our tensor 0D. We have one element. This is how we would write it, and this is how we would print it. This would be the output. Here we have a 1D tensor. This is how we would write it. This is our elements. This is how we would print it. This would be the output. Here we have another 1D output. This time we put a decimal in it to show you that it changed our data type to a float from an integer. That's the only reason we did it twice with the 1D. This is our 2D right here. This is how we would write it. Move it down for you. This is how we would print it. This would be the output. Here we have a 3D tensor. This is how we would write it. This is how we print it. This is how the output would come out. Lastly, we have a 4D tensor. All of these here would have to go inside of the 4D tensor. This is how we print it, and this is the output. That's all we did so far for the day. I didn't want to overload myself with a bunch of new topics, but yeah, this is the initialization and casting module inside of the TensorFlow. It's the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.